Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. In our last video we got our entire Playwright powerhouse set up. If you did that successfully, you will see that Playwright has already given us an example test file. Simply open your VS Code editor and you will see a tests folder, and open it and you will see an example.spec.ts. So this is already an example test that is there. So this is an easy example, simple example. So let's go through it. So what the test is actually doing is it is doing some imports, and you can see there are two tests here. Playwright test starts with a test, and then the test has a name, and you can see another test here, and this is a name of the test. And the first test is a navigation test basically. So what it's doing is it's going to this playwright.dev website, and you can see the page.goto, and you can hover over your mouse, which is an easy way to understand what that page is all about. This is a page instance created for each test, and you can see an example given here. So you can simply mouse over and you can simply learn by that way, and it will tell you what are the parameters of a method if you are looking at a method. And you can see everything has an asynchronous wait added here. So that's a good way that Playwright maintains the wait mechanism, built-in wait mechanism. So let's walk through the code. And the first script, as I said, is a navigation script, and it tells to go to this page. So you have the page.goto command, and you can see whenever you see the page.goto, it simply means that it goes to a particular URL. And then once you go to the page, you do some verification there. You expect a title to contain a substring. So again, you do a await here. This is a built-in command, and you see the expect the page to have at the title Playwright. So this shows how easy it is to read the code. It's like reading plain English. You can see they expect the page to have the title. This is another advantage of using this Playwright. Natural English style coding. And now you see we have seen the first test in the file, and you can see the assertion made here. The assertion is that you are checking something to be there. And let's look at the second test here, which shows an even more powerful concept of finding and interacting with elements on a page. So this second test again goes to the same website, but then it clicks on a link on the page. The link, so you can see here page by get role, and this page by get role is Playwright's best practice for finding elements by its role. So that's why it says by its role. That means it's going to find a role, as you can see in the explanation. Here in this example we use a link, so it's going to find a link with the name get started. So no more using the XPath or CSS or other traditional ways you might have seen in even Cypress or Selenium or other frameworks. So this is the easy way, and when you hover over the get by role, you can see that it supports all types of the HTML context, like the search box. We can look at this in another video, but for now just understand that this, what it means is it clicks on this link name get started. So what it's saying is go to the page and then find the link whose name is get started, and then do a click action on it. And one of the things is the autocomplete feature. So you can click on it, you can select the method that you want here. So it simply says click on the method, and then you need to do some verification on the page. It is also called the assertions. So here we are expecting the page by the heading named installation to be visible. So again, it's a plain readable English. You can see you expect the page to have the name installation to be visible on the page, on the new page that is loading. So let's run this file. So how to run this test? So again, you have to open the command terminal. If you don't see it, you can go to the terminal menu and say new terminal, and it will bring you this terminal, and you need to type this command. The command to run this test is npx space playwright space test. Of course, we are running a test, so it is test. And what is the name of the test? Is example.spec.ts. Why it's called TS? Because it is a TypeScript. It's a JavaScript TypeScript, and you simply copy the name and then paste it. If it doesn't work, you can simply type example.spec.ts. That's it. So when you click enter, what it's going to do is it's going to run there are two tests here, as we have seen, and we got some error. So Playwright, when you run the test, it runs in 3 browsers by default. So we have 2 tests and running in 3 browsers. So 2 times 3 is 6. That's why it says total of 6 tests. So you can see the 2 tests running in Chromium, 2 tests trying to run in Firefox, and 2 tests running in WebKit. So all these failed, and at the end of we can see why it failed is it says the Playwright test was just installed or updated, and please run the following command to download new browsers. So this is a step you need to do, which was missing. What this means is we have installed the Playwright, but we didn't download the new browsers, specifically the Chromium, Firefox, and the WebKit browsers. So we need to install those. So what you can do is Control C. So it says Control C to quit. And you can see even though it failed, I want to show you a quick thing. It says serving HTML report at your local instance. So it opened the browser automatically for me, and let me show you. So this is a built-in HTML report. How nice it is. So when you can see the example spec TS, and it has a test, and you can see our test has this name, has title, and get started, and the same was shown here. So how to fix this error? This error is because of this problem, as it is stated clearly here, and it says please run the following command to download the browser. So just copy the command, and then first you should quit the current thing by pressing the Control C. So it's Control C here, and I quitted it, and we are going to download the browser, all the browsers. So npx playwright install, and that should download the Chromium browser first. So it's downloading the Chromium Mac. If you're using Windows, it will download the Windows, and next it's downloading the Chromium headless shell to run in headless mode, and then it install the Firefox, the latest one, and then it downloads finally the WebKit. So you can see how simple it is even to download the servers, the browsers. So everything is done now. Let's clear the screen and give it a try again. So let's see. So it's running 6 tests, and then let's see, it's running the first test has title, and it's running in headless mode. So I don't see any open browsers, and you should not see any browsers open. And you can see something happening. We don't see that, and you see that all the 6 tests has passed, and it took 22 seconds, 22.7 seconds and also it says to open the HTML report, run this command. So let's run it. So type this command npx playwright show report, and it opened the report here on my other monitor. Let me bring it. So you can see the title is Playwright test report, and all the tests has passed. So it ran in all the three different Chromium, Firefox and WebKit by default. So if you can just click on it, it says what are the before hooks, the before actions done before running the test and after running the test. This is like the setup and the cleanup. But basically the main test is navigating to the URL, and that is passed. It took 300 milliseconds, and then the expect to have the page title, so it passed on the first test. And the same test again, there is no before or after. We don't have any test data setup, we directly have the main test. So we fixed the error and ran the test. So you see all the green messages. That means all of the tests have navigated to the URL, checked, made some assertions, and then they all passed. So you have just run your first 2 automated tests using Playwright. In our next video, we will dive even deeper into locators. The locators are what? The elements on the page that you interact with. So we will learn how to find and interact with different elements on the page, like forms and buttons, which is a crucial skill for building more complex tests. So if you found this video helpful, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more of the rest of the series. So I will see you in the next one.